Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm going live. This is the week one preview, and I'm going to tell you which games to watch. I'm just going to wait for you guys to get in here. I'm really excited for the NFL season. This offseason was a drag. Let's be honest about this. This offseason was one of the biggest drags in the history of NFL football. I don't know about you guys, but with the COVID, will they play? Will they won't play? That shit took a little bit of a toll on me. I have to say it took a toll on me. So I was just I kind of had my head underneath the sand, just waiting for it all to pass. Now it looks like it's a go. Looks like we got the green light. Looks like we're gonna get football. I was I was coming back from the beach one day, and then I saw college football on Saturday, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is actually going to go down." Okay, I was actually very pleasantly surprised that everything has come to fruition. Still very very surprised, but I'm happy to be here. And I'm going to talk now that I got some people in here. I'll take any question you have, and I'm going to look at week one. I'm going to tell you the games I'm going to watch. Of course, everyone's going to watch Houston and Kansas City, but not to be the Debbie Downer, but is anyone really all that excited about Kansas City against the Texans? I know the Chiefs have some injuries, and I've been getting some arguments from Texans fans that they think they can pull that upset. I don't know. Maybe that's a good sales job by him. That's definitely a good, hard sell. Oh, this could be an upset. I don't know, guys. I don't. Give me your opinion down below or in the comment section about the Chiefs Texans game. But that's probably the game I'm least excited for. But who am I going to track? I'm going to be here watching this shit because it's on Thursday night. So that's the reality of the situation. Miami, New England. That's the game I'm fucking with. And of course, I'm a Vikings fan, so I'll be watching the Vikings, of course. But this Miami Patriots game might be the most interesting game of the weekend. I mean, because we have Bill Belichick. We know he's going to try to prove everyone wrong. We know the hoodie wants to come in here. He wants to dominate. He wants to prove it was more him than Brady. And then you got a Dolphins team who is simply a lot better. And I think that is a reality of the situation. I'm going to stop my cam for a second. I'm trying to find my vape. But I think that game is probably the most interesting game of the weekend in terms of what the fuck's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to be the best quality football or the best game of the weekend that you're going to be holding your breath every second. I'm not saying anything like that, fellas. But I am saying that this is really the game I'm looking at as like, damn, what the fuck's going to happen here? What's going to go down? I'm legit excited for it. Cleveland, Baltimore, of course, everyone wants to watch the Ravens. I'm just not expecting a let out of the Browns. I saw some Browns fans. They were hyping things up and getting excited. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys have a different opinion. I'm just not too excited about the Browns this year. I'm not too excited about Stefanski this year. So that would be a game I would like to watch, but it's on 1 o'clock with all the other games. So probably that's going to be a hard pass. I'll definitely watch that one during the week so I can get you good spread analysis. Jets, Buffalo. I saw this was interesting. And I saw a GIF what made it a money pick for the Bills minus 6.5. Like, is this what GIF's turning into? I just want to say that. Is this really what GIF's turning into? He really thinks the Bills are going to win that game easy. Like, we all know the Bills are a better team than the Jets, but I don't see the large difference. And I don't see any consistency in the Bills or anything you'd want to bet on. So he's telling people to bet their hard-earned money on Bills minus 6.5. It's kind of wild to me. I think that's an interesting game. I don't know if too many people will be watching it. But that's definitely a game I'm going to check out because, of course, that's going to be under my local area. Okay, here's a game. I know everyone's kind of like sleeping on it, but I'm curious to see the Raiders in Carolina. Firstly, we need to judge how bad Carolina is. Okay, we know Carolina is bad, but there's enough pieces on Carolina for them to really, really fuck with people's bets. I'm not saying this is going to happen in week 1, but I'm saying in the future, Carolina has just enough talent to cause you some heartbreak on a spread pick. We'll see if you guys agree with me. What's up, Mike Jones? What's up, G Feezy? What's up, Braden Lehman? What's up? What's up, everyone? Hit the like button, subscribe. Yeah, so right here, I'm looking at the Raiders, though. I think that's the more interesting part of this game because I want to see what the Raiders do. I want to see if they're competitive. I want to see if they've finally developed as a team and if they're going to be more consistent, and we have to watch Carr. But one thing we know we're getting with the Raiders is we know we're getting physical football. We know they're going to run the ball well. Whenever you have that going for you in the NFL, you can steal games and you can win a decent amount of games in this league without adding too much to that mix. A la Tennessee Titans last year with Ryan Tannehill. So for all the people who are doom and gloom about Carr, like, listen, I understand your analysis, but this league still is what this league is. The best thing to have going for you is physicality and a great run game. That can make your defense look better. That certainly makes your quarterback look better. Mike Jones is asking, which game is your number one money line pick? On a money line? Oh shit. Let me take a look. On spread, it's Miami. On spread, I'm going Miami. But if we had to go money line, give me Tennessee because you're getting good odds with that. I like getting good odds. Like, I have enough money where I could put $3K on, let's say, like I could put $3K on San Fran to beat Arizona. But is that really worth any of our time? And is that even a good bet with how dangerous Arizona can be and how their stylistic schemes change things? Yeah. So yeah, let's be cautious there. And I love betting the spread. I love betting the spread. Tekken is my world. What's going on, Lawson? What's up, Tekken, man? I'm happy to be here. Finally, this season is back. And I was just talking before you entered. This offseason kicked my ass with all the drama and all that. So I'm just happy we're back to football. I'm really happy. But we talked about some cool stuff during the offseason, some problems that are going on in this society, but honestly, I'm just ready for football. I mean, I don't know how many more years we have of football, but let's be grateful we have it. Yeah, of course, Arizona San Fran, that's interesting, and I'm happy that's on at 4. And that's a game I'm going to be watching the second half. I want to see the San Francisco 49ers conditioning. And also, I want to see this new San Fran defensive line. They lose DeForest Buckner. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but I'm just really excited to watch Kyler Murray. That's where I'm at. I'm turning in that game to watch Kyler Murray. I like the coach, actually, of that team. Cliff Kingsbury. I actually like what he's done. At least there's a pattern. At least there's an identity of play, which is something we see in this league with these new coaches like Zach Taylor. Do you know his identity? Like, do we know Joe Judge's identity? At least I know Brian Flores' identity and Cliff Kingsbury. They're probably the only like 2 new head coaches I actually like. So I'm looking forward to that. Record prediction for the Jags this year. We might win like 2 or 3 games. Yeah, I think it's going to be like 4-12, 3-13. Jags are hard to analyze because you don't know when they're going to quit. And already the tea leaves are dripping in saying that the Jags will quit rather soon. So that's some troublesome stuff, man. That's troublesome stuff. Pittsburgh Giants, that's an interesting game. Unfortunately, that spreads up to -6. I got a bet in when it was -3 for the Steelers. Probably going to stay with it. Well, of course, I'm staying with it because the bet was already posted. But I wanted to throw a lot more money at it. But at -6, with all the stuff that can happen in the NFL game, I'm less likely. So that's why I'm going to do a teaser video. I got a great teaser video for you guys playing this week. Make sure you guys check that out when it comes out. Tampa Bay, New Orleans. I mean, this game speaks for itself. I mean, this is the national game of the week. Sunday, 4:30. Everyone's going to have it on in their screens. I think that's the game that has everyone going. I mean, who you guys think going to take that? Do you guys think I'm full of shit when I picked the Bucs to win that? Do you guys think I'm a little bit too early on that? Maybe the 3.5 plus 3.5 for the Buccaneers changed me a little bit. Maybe that changed my pick. But what are you guys seeing with this Buccaneers Saints game? I actually really want your guys' opinion on that. No ma'am comments. Did you know if you watch live YouTube and change the play speed to 2x, you will be able to see into the future? Oh, come on, man. Yes, we know. Yeah, so Dallas Rams, I haven't seen too many talk about that. I mean, of course, we're all going to watch it because it's on Sunday night. Yeah. As an LSU fan myself, I can't wait to see Burrow play. Yo, I completely agree with you. I'm ready to watch Burrow. And I think we're getting some magic right out the gate. I think Burrow starts hot. And I think if that kid gets in a rhythm, we're going to see something crazy. Now, let me remind you, I haven't seen a quarterback come into this league with the amount of swag, confidence, and just overall skill since Cam Newton came into this league. Remember Cam Newton's first game? Put up over 400 yards. Am I saying Joe Burrow is going to do the same thing? No, but we're going to see magic, and the Bengals are going to win that game. And I have respect for Anthony Lynn, and I think Anthony Lynn will outcoach Zach Taylor. But sometimes these games, it doesn't matter. If Zach Taylor coaches decent, Joe Burrow is going to take this game by the scruff of his neck, and he's going to make more plays than Tyrod Taylor. And how ready is Tyrod Taylor? That's for you guys to decide, really. I don't think he's too ready. I have respect for Tyrod Taylor and his game and all the stuff he's done in this league, especially for the Buffalo Bills. But Tyrod Taylor is Tyrod Taylor. Joe Burrow is a different type of pedigree. Joe Burrow is maybe the most, honestly, he's the most excited I've been about a rookie in a long time. Long time. Maybe you guys share my opinion. Maybe you guys don't. I know Giff was saying he sucked, but G Feezy, Lawson, what are your thoughts about the Titans Broncos? I think this is going to be a good game. Who do you think is going to win? Yo, G Feezy, I have a spread pick up, and check out that Vegas spread picks. Make sure you check out that Vegas spread picks. The game I was most excited for on that Vegas spread picks was Titans Broncos. And I think this is the best matchup of the week outside of Saints Bucks, okay? Let's just put Saints Bucks in a little corner here. Is there a game that answers more questions than Titans at Broncos? We're going to get some answers about Drew Lock. We're going to see how the Titans actually play with a legit pass rusher. Jadeveon Clowney is going to start on Sunday. From all reports, it looks like Clowney's coming in and he's starting right off the bat. You got a Broncos defense. Their secondary is weak, but that front seven's nasty. But I feel like the way to attack the Broncos is simple. You just run that ball up the middle. You don't let Von Miller and Bradley Chubb rush the passer. You keep things simple. And that's why I think the Titans win this game. Now, Mile High is a very, very tough place to play. The altitude will kick your ass. Conditioning will be an issue for the Titans. But the thing that can help your conditioning is when your defense is sitting on the sideline when Big Derrick Henry's going up the middle for 4, 5, 6 yards and a cloud of dust. That's what can help your defense. That's what can help your conditioning. So I think this is the game of the week in terms of answering our questions because the Broncos have a lot of hype. And I understand why people have a lot of optimism. The Broncos have a big fan base. It's one of the franchises people underestimate in terms of nationwide fan bases. So I understand why people are excited. I just think Drew Lock isn't ready to come in and take over this league. And I'm seeing articles on CNN, ESPN. They're saying that John Elway has his franchise quarterback. Are you guys really buying that? If Drew Lock plays good against the Titans, then maybe you can start floating that. So I think the Titans win. I think the Titans win in a close game, 2017, 17-14, along those lines. And I'm excited about this Titans defense. They were one piece away from being an elite defense. One piece. And now they're an elite defense, in my opinion. Good secondary. Good pass rush now that Clowney's there. Good linebacking play. Big uglies. They lose Jurrell Casey. Jurrell Casey's on the Broncos now. So that might stop Henry. Jurrell Casey might be the difference in this game if the Broncos win. But, man, I don't know how you can't be excited about the Titans. They did everything we asked them to do. Elena's dad, what's up, John? Packers versus Vikings. Who you got? I got the Packers. My Vikings lost too many defensive starters. Now we don't know if Daniel Hunter's going to play. You lose Everson Griffin. I mean, there's so many players the Vikings lost that are talented on defense. I just don't know how they're going to stop Aaron the Game Rodgers. I know we're all emotional right now. I know we're all saying like, damn, Aaron the Game Rodgers got screwed by LaFleur. But let's take this emotion out of it. Aaron the Game Rodgers against a defense that simply depleted. The Vikings defense was gutted this offseason. And I like the young corners like Mike Hughes, Holton Hill, but are they ready? Are they ready? I don't know, man. And after them on this corner depth chart, there's not a lot. You lose Everson Griffin. There's just a lot of problems with this Vikings team. And I think the Packers will be able to run the ball a little bit against the Vikings. And is Kirk Cousins going to go in there and have an amazing game? We've seen Dalvin Cook have amazing games against the Packers, and the Vikings still lost. So, Andre, tragedy turned triumph. Sup, Lawson? What's up, my man? I'm happy to be live, happy to be back. Let's get this money this year. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications too. Make sure you go look at that Week 1 Vegas spread videos and share that with your friends. Andres Morales. Lawson, what's up, my guy? Longtime subscriber. Glad to see the predictions analysis back in full effect. My lock of the week is Pittsburgh -5. That game has 24-10 written all over it. We're thinking the same wavelength, my friend. There's always risk with betting the Steelers. Big Ben can tear his rotator cuff in the first quarter, and then we'll get Mason Rudolph or something along those lines. There's always a risk with betting the Steelers. But, man, this reminds me, remember last year I gave you guys the money pick? I told you guys to put the college fund on it. When the Vikings came off a really bad game against the Bears and they went across country to play the Giants, Vikings were -5. Vikings won by like 20 points, and I won $1,000. It feels like one of those games, but I want you guys to be somewhat cautious this week 1. There's a lot of good bets to place, but just be cautious. Like, don't put the college fund on that game. But I wouldn't smug my nose if you put a big bet. But let's not go crazy here. Don't bet your whole bankroll or even 50% of it. How are you feeling about Yannick Ngakoue? Did the Jags end up trading him? That's my one question. Because I keep seeing he was going to get traded. Yeah, and then he's with the Vikings. So see, that's how much I was kind of out of the loop. I think it's going to help a lot, but I'm worried about other factors with the Vikings. I'm worrying about other factors like the corner position, fellas. Like the Vikings only have like maybe one or two decent corners, and after that, it's just a bunch of holes. It's just a bunch of holes. Yeah, so I mean that was a good trade by the Vikings. I actually even forgot about it, but when I saw it, I really liked it. I felt like it was a move they needed to make. But what do you guys feel about the Vikings? I mean that's a good. It's for me. I think the Vikings have reached their plateau. Every team has a plateau in this league, and you build up through years, and eventually you reach your plateau, and then you start going downhill. Aren't we at that point with the Vikings now? With Kirk Cousins, and it's not like the offensive line got dramatically better. Yeah, yeah. So I'm feeling good. I love Yannick Ngakoue. He's one of my favorite players in the game, man. He's fun to watch too. So, but I don't know, man. I don't know about the Vikings this year. But that's a good reason to consider not betting against the Vikings week 1 and just sitting that game out. Because if you got Hunter and Ngakoue coming at Aaron Rodgers, that creates mayhem and chaos. So anything can happen. Elena's dad, I've talked to a lot of Dolphins fans, and they're confident in beating the Pats. Are people seriously doubting the Patriots? This is Bill Belichick we're talking about. I think a lot of fans are idiots because they'll only look at the positive side of their team. They won't look at the downsides of their team. Now, there's some positives for Miami. But yes, beating the Patriots isn't easy. And I'm not going to talk about ref ball. I'm not going to talk conspiracies or anything like that. But anything can happen against the Patriots. And we've seen the Foxborough treatment before. And then when you look at this, I think the reason why the Dolphins fans are enthused is because the Patriots don't have any weapons. I guess everyone's excited about Cam Newton, and how can you not be? But what weapons are there to really throw to? And have they really fixed this running game? And this Patriots defense is going to take a step back. A lot of players just checked out of the NFL season on this Patriots defense. So I think this Patriots defense was overrated before, and now it will take an even bigger step back. Yeah. So I hit that like it ain't no thing. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button so we can keep getting new subscribers. You guys did really good with that Vegas spread video yesterday. I really appreciated that. It's up to 1,000 views already. Lots of likes, lots of comments. I really appreciate it. Now, let's did I miss any games that I'm interested in? Chargers, Cincinnati, we already talked about that. That's going to be a good game. That's a game. Listen, I might actually have to watch that. Like, I know Brady and Breeze is on at the same time, and then the 49ers are going to be on at the same time. I'm going to have 2 TVs going. I'm probably actually going to have the Bengals, Chargers on one TV and Breeze, Brady on the other TV. It's a guilty pleasure. I just got to see what Joe Burrow does, guys. Just have to see what he does. Cowboys, Rams. Yeah. What are you guys feeling about Cowboys, Rams? I picked the Rams to win. I'm one of the few people who picked the Rams to win. But I'm not telling you guys to bet money on it. And if you guys heard the Vegas spread video, I didn't have a whole lot of confidence in it. But what do you guys think about the Cowboys, Rams? I mean, for me, I'm a little bit wary of this Mike McCarthy thing with the Cowboys. I know everyone's excited. They're saying, oh, we got rid of Jason Garrett. This is definitely going to make us improve. But then again, fellas, I'm just not that into Mike McCarthy, into his scheme. And also, I'm not really into the drama of Dallas. Every time we hear about Dallas, we have to hear about Dak's contract. Zeke got paid. Did Zeke sexually assault a woman. That's the type of stuff we hear about with the Cowboys. And then what do we hear out of the Rams? The Rams are just working. We know Goff sucks. When people were saying Goff was an MVP, I was saying Goff sucks. We know Goff sucks. But I think the aspect of this game we need to watch, we need to analyze is McCarthy versus McVay. And this is one reason why I think you guys shouldn't bet this game. You should not bet Dallas against the Los Angeles Rams, even though you might be tempted. If you tell me Dallas is going to come in there and run the ball and play bully ball, play 80s style football like they're good at, running it, play action, fine. They will win the game if they do that. But did we see a lot of bully ball out of the Cowboys last year? Did we see their offensive line really imposing their will in games? I didn't. And then you still have Dak Prescott. He's a guy you can throw for 350 yards one week, and then if he actually plays real opposition, he'll throw for 170. Like, remember that Saints game last year? Remember that Bills game on Thanksgiving last year? So Dak Prescott, he's not a guy I like to bet on. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it, but I'm not feeling it. I could see the Cowboys winning. I kind of just took Goff and the Rams kind of on a hunch because I think McVay will have something planned for McCarthy. Now, if McCarthy's ready, if this Cowboys team is hungry, if they're ready to bully motherfuckers again, then this is going to be a different story because the Rams are a team you can bully. Don't let Aaron Donald fool you. Aaron Donald's great, but one thing you can do against the Rams is you can run that ball up the middle on them. That's one thing you can do against them. All motor bat mobile. Cowboys just lost a tackle too, if I'm not mistaken. You're right, sir. You're right. And that Cowboys offensive line has been slowly deteriorating for like the past 2.5, 3 years, and no one really mentions it. DC Cheever, will Philip Rivers continue to be butt cheeks against everyone else, but have the game of his life against the Jags? I don't think he's going to have the game of his life. I think he's going to make enough plays to win, but I think the Colts win that game because they're going to just run the ball on Jacksonville. But this is an interesting Jacksonville team because there's still talent on this team. Like, we know they're tanking. We know it's probably going to be bad, but I think the Jags have a better roster than the Carolina Panthers. Now, will the Jags do better than the Carolina Panthers? Who knows, man? Because I'm a little bit worried about what's going on in that organization. At least, the Panthers are going to be together. They have a lot of young players. There's really dangerous players on the Panthers offense, despite Teddy Bridgewater. So when I'm looking at the Jags, my main question is motivation. And when we have to judge motivation, that's where I start not betting. And you got to worry about the Jags. But no, I don't think Philip Rivers is going to do anything spectacular. But I think they'll run the ball on the Jags. I'm a Jags fan, and I think we'll win 5 to 6 games. If the team's motivated, you'll win some games. We just don't know about the motivation level. Some of the stuff I'm seeing out of there is sketchy at best. Michael Mann, yo, what's up, Lawson? I think I'm going to bet the Raiders beating the Panthers this week. You can't bet against your own team. It's very, very difficult to do. It's very, very difficult to do. And I'm probably going to bet this game. But last night I was actually thinking that the Panthers offense is low-key dangerous, especially if the Panthers defense plays good or the Raiders offense looks like shit. If that Raiders offense looks like shit, when you have Moore and you have McCaffrey, if this is a one-possession game, you get a little bit nervous. But I think the Raiders handle business. Raiders are going to run it. I think that's how it's going to play out. But if this is a one-possession game, I would get a little bit nervous. This isn't the lock of the year by any means. Just always approach week one with caution, especially in this year. G Feezy, can we get a score prediction on the Raiders at Panthers, Lawson? Right, as of right now, I'm thinking 24-10. 24-10. But you have to be a little bit nervous with them Raiders sometimes. I won a lot of money on the Raiders last year. I appreciate the project that the Raiders have in place, but I do try to keep it realistic with some of the things that can transpire with them. Yeah, no doubt, Mike. That Panthers O-line probably is the worst in the league. Yo, Cab's back. Thank you for the donation, my man. He says, looking forward to the videos, making some money. Thanks for the great videos. Yeah, I think we're going to kill it these first 3 weeks. Like, because we do have consensus. Like, everyone who's commenting on this page has consensus. We're going to bet the Raiders some shape or form. So whenever you can form consensus, it's really, really good. And I saw some interesting news coming about that game. Some whales are betting the Panthers. So take that for what you will. D. Battis, I hate this game, Raiders versus Panthers. I'm staying far away. Why do you hate it specifically? I hate it because the Panthers have I actually don't hate it. I'm probably going to bet it. But the reason I can find to hate it is because, like I said, I got respect for people like McCaffrey and DJ Moore. So big plays can happen. And that offensive line of the Panthers was trash a long time. And yet I look up and I see little McCaffrey running 80 yards at a clip. So I'm always a little bit cautious, even though I like what the Raiders did on defense. I love Gunther, too, at defensive coordinator. So I'm not all that nervous about it, but there are some elements when you have playmakers on the team, like Christian McCaffrey might be the biggest playmaker in this league at the moment. If we take out like Lamar Jackson and quarterbacks. Okay, here we go. Leave your questions. And so I pretty much talked about every game this week. So let me give you a preview of what's going to go down. I'm going to do teasers. I'm going to do the upset picks. And I'm going to do the over-unders. Over-unders probably coming Friday. Teasers probably coming later today. Make sure you share those videos. Make sure you check out the Vegas spread picks. Make sure you turn your notifications on. That helps me a lot. Over-under in Chiefs Texans. I'll give you that, Elena's dad. On my bookie website, they were giving you extra money if you bet the over-under in Chiefs Texans. Let me go take a look at that. So we got 54.5. Oh, damn it. I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under because I think one thing we always learned, whether it's high school football, pee-wee football, college football, NFL football, the defense progresses faster than the offense. That's one rule. Any of you guys who played football, been around this game knows defense will progress faster than the offense. So I'm going under in that. But it's always a dangerous proposition about the under in the Chiefs. It's always. The 12-hour plane ride with a sketchy Raiders team does worry me if I'm betting this seriously, though. Of course. And then you can get the COVID trickling in, and you guys know how that goes. I was at an airport recently, and they're still packing flights. Like some people are saying they're getting flights like with lots of space. Like I was on a flight to, I went to actually the Caribbean for a good 2 weeks, and then I was crammed on the plane. So I think there's gonna be some confusion. James Lill, can you give a 5-team teaser plus 7? James, I'm going to do that video tonight. That video will be up tonight. And once that video gets up, make sure you share it with your friends. I will do the teasers tonight. I have a great teaser for you. I have a 7-team teaser for you. But I'm not going to give it right now. I can't take the cat out of the bag before the video. But I got a really good 7-team teaser for you. And James, you didn't miss too much. I just talked about every game I'm interested in week 1. Now, what's the word? Oh, let me answer this question. How do you think the Pats will do this year with Cam the Man? I think they're going to go 8-8, 9-7. But if this Bills team is inconsistent, And if Josh Allen has problems integrating Stephon Diggs in this Bills offense, honestly, I could see Bill stealing this division. Even though the Patriots' options are really weak, the defense has taken a step back. We have to be realistic. Bills aren't a consistent team yet. For instance, people are saying bet the Bills minus 6.5 against the Jets. I don't think the talent differential is that big. Like, the Bills are obviously a better team, but is that something you want to bet? That's why this person who does this loses a lot of money every year. So yeah, so pretty much. And so let me give you the games I'm going to watch. Of course, I'm watching Houston, Kansas City. I'm going to make sure I have Miami, New England in the screen. I'm going to get a little bit of Jets, Buffalo in. Unfortunately, I'll have to watch the Las Vegas, Carolina game on tape or at a later date. Unfortunately, I'm curious about Chicago, Detroit too, but it's funny that none of you guys even mentioned that game. And I understand why. That's probably like the worst, uninteresting game of the weekend. Colts, Jacksonville, I won't watch because they have all the games at 1. And I'm going to watch Green Bay and Minnesota at 1. At 4, I'm going to get the Chargers, Cincinnati on right away because we got to see Burrow, right? We have Burrow's too entertaining and too magical not to churn on. And then, of course, we got Tampa Bay, New Orleans, and then we got Arizona, San Fran. And Arizona, San Francisco is an extremely interesting game. Like, I think Arizona's covering. I don't know about you guys. You guys might think I'm crazy, and I still love this 49ers team, but am I crazy to think Arizona's going to cover? You're going to do a live reaction video on Thursday again. I'm going to come on after every single Thursday night game. So once the Thursday night game comes, I'm going to come on live for a call-in show. So if you guys want to ask questions, and we can just chop it up after the game. So I think that'll be good. Because I need to focus on the game. Because when I'm on with you, I don't focus on the game all that much. All Motor Bat Mobile says Cards always give us a good fight. Yeah, and this Cardinals team, they made serious additions. Like even on defense, they made serious, calculated, cutthroat decisions. And then you get D-Hop on offense. That's everything a young quarterback needs. So right now, I'm loving what's going on with Arizona. All right, guys, I'm going to do that teaser video. That teaser video will be up tonight. I'm thinking Friday for the over-unders, and then I'm going to do an upset video this week as well. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. If you haven't yet, go check out the Vegas spread pick video and share that. Hit the like button, subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Thank you, guys.